talk a little bit about why I went into driving truck. I didn't do it because I wanted to. Full disclosure, wanted nothing to do with this industry because of being away from home. Like, I've got family members that drive, and it killed me because I was a kid when they first started, and it killed me because they were never home. I never got to see them. Yeah, I got to call them on and talk to them on the phone. It just wasn't the same. But, and I never understood why they went into this profession. I never went into driving truck because I wanted to. I went into driving truck out of necessity. Because my unemployment was drying up. Actually, my unemployment dried up about a month before I started driving truck. My unemployment was drying up. I couldn't even find a minimum wage job at McDonald's. Like, nobody was hiring, or I just wasn't fitting the bill, which, whatever the case may be, that was 2 years ago, almost. But I couldn't find a decent paying job, and I couldn't find a stable, decent paying job. Yeah, I went to temp agencies, but it was for like 3-4 days, and then the assignment would be over, and I would wait 2-3 days for another assignment, and each assignment I got was no more than a week long, and it was minimum wage, and I signed a contract with them that I wouldn't, during my down period, I wouldn't go to any other agencies or try and find work elsewhere during my down periods, which at the time it scared the shit out of me because I needed a job, so I wasn't going to risk losing the little bit of income that I was getting. And I look back at it now, I'm like, it's stupid. If I want to work 2 jobs, I want to work 2 jobs, you know what I'm saying? But I had no money. I had bills I needed to pay. I had, my girlfriend at the time was working, but it was minimum wage as well, and less, just slightly above part-time. So, and it got to the point where I got tired of juggling my bills. Like, okay, I'll pay 1 month of electricity this month, put off the gas bill the next month, pay half the phone bill this month. But I always made sure that rent was paid because, well, I wouldn't have a place to live if rent wasn't paid. So I went into trucking out of necessity. And I went with Swift because they had a school relatively close to my house, and I could go home every night. I wouldn't have to spend a bunch of money to pretty much live at one of their facilities for 3-4 weeks. So that's why I went with Swift. And actually, when I went with Swift, I didn't know it was Swift because I signed up through the Central Refrigerated website. Okay, so I didn't know, which is my fault because I didn't research the fucking company, but I needed a job, so went with Swift because I know my driving record's clean, and I knew that, or Central, I should say, because that's who I thought I was signing up for. But when I found out it was Swift, like, I went with them because I knew as long my record was clean, and as long as I kept it clean, I would have a job. And within 5-6 days of signing up and passing the background and all that, I started school. So, and 2 years later, I'm still here. And I'm still only home 4 or 5 days a month, sometimes longer. If my truck needs repairs, or if I need the time off, because let's face it, if you're home only 4 or 5 days a month, like, there's a lot of stuff that you're going to try and cram into those few days. So sometimes you just need an extra day or two, especially me, because I'm getting married, and it's to the same person who I was with 2 years ago when we were on the verge of losing everything. So I'm getting married, and lately I've been staying out about 5-6 weeks at a time, and it's hard to cram 6 weeks worth of things into 4 or 5 days. So I usually stay home 5 to 6 days, sometimes longer. It just depends. And I'm setting myself up so where I can continue being a lease operator, eventually being an owner operator. I will own my truck eventually, but right now it makes more sense to lease. But I'm setting myself up to where I can continue to be a lease turned owner operator and be home every day, and still make just as much money, if not more. But that's going to take a while, and I hope I have the patience. But I went into driving truck out of necessity. It wasn't what I wanted to do, but I'm good at it. I'm not perfect. I'm always learning, but I'm good. And I sat down one day, which is no different than any other day, because I sit for 12 to 14 hours a day behind this wheel. And I just thought to myself, like, you know what, like, this may not have been my career choice, but it's something that I'm good at. So I'm gonna make it work for me. I'm gonna do whatever I have to do to make sure that I am successful in this industry. Whether it be with Swift, whether it be I'm an independent, whatever the case may be, I will be successful in this industry. I know I'm going to have hiccups because I'm essentially teaching myself everything. I know I'm going to have struggles, but the greater the risk, the greater the reward. You don't get anywhere in life without taking a risk. And to me, driving truck has been the biggest risk of my life. So that's why I wanted to drive it, because I needed to. I needed a job. Nobody wanted to hire me, whether it was because I wasn't qualified or I didn't fit the bill, whatever the case may be. And quite frankly, I don't care, because I found a profession that fits me, that I'm good at. It's relatively consistent, and I get my own office. I got no supervisor or boss breathing down my neck. Yeah, I have to talk to my driver manager every once in a while, but they're not in the truck with me wondering if I'm going to make a 300-mile trip on time or not when I picked it up a day and a half in it beforehand. Stupid little things like that that make driving a truck a hell of a lot better than punching in at a regular 9 to 5. So, if you've got stories as to why you went into driving a truck, I want to know about it. Let me know. Alright guys and gals, stay safe out there.